Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. We're going to look at a series of beers from a brewery that's been fairly well established in Japan, and that is Ise Kadoya Brewery. And Ise Kadoya has been around for a long time. Well, as a sake brewery, they've been around since 1575. As a craft beer brewery, not quite so long, but still quite long in Japanese craft beer history terms. They opened in 1997, and they're located in Ise City, Mie Prefecture. And Ise is famous for one of the most renowned shrines in Japan, Ise Shrine, and the brewery has a tap room near the two shrines. One is called Gekku and the other is Naiku, and they have a number of taps available there. They opened a new brewery in 2018 called the Shimono Brewery, so they've made quite an expansion. The founder of the craft beer section is named Suzuki-san, and he has a PhD in microbiology, specifically in yeast, and so he's well versed in that. And the head brewer currently is a man named Deguchi, who is really adventurous and putting out all kinds of new beers. And in fact, they've impressed me as being a brewery that's put out so many new beers in the last year or two, trying to maybe find a core set. They also have a souvenir line of sort of regular beers called Shinto beer as well. There are two places to try them in Tokyo. One is their Shinjuku restaurant, which apparently has 4 taps, and their Tokyo Yaesu Tavern, which has 13 taps. So they have many seasonal beers and limited beers. They put out a soccer beer, I think 2 soccer beers last year, or soccer themed beers, a baseball beer. In any case, let's move along, and we're going to look at a number of their beers, and we'll start with one right now. And now, this is the last of the Ise Kadoya beers that we will look at in this series. I think there were 13 of them. And we've been going in order of alcoholic strength, just as one way of organizing them. And this last beer is called Ise Kadoya Imperial Stout. It's a 10% 45 international bittering units beer, and this of course is a very special style. It's originated in England and was developed primarily for the court of Russia, and the beer is a very concentrated dark ale, and it is very warming generally. Has a lot of chocolate, sometimes ash in it, and we're going to see how they've done with this here. I might have aged this one. You can see the drink by date is 2025, and so I assume this is very new, very fresh. It might be a little hot. Actually, the last beer in the Ise Kadoya series I have is a barley wine, and I'm going to put that one away for about a year at least. And I probably should do that with this one, but what the heck, let's just go with it now. And it's called, again, Imperial Stout, 10%, 45 international bittering units. On Rate Beer, it has only 1 rating, and that was actually from 2013. So I'm assuming they made a limited Imperial Stout back then, and haven't done it since they put out this new one. Here on Untapped, 50 ratings, 3.83. This beer's been aged for 6 months already before the release, and so let's just give it a go and see how it is. Sometimes these beers can be overwhelming. Sometimes they're just as pleasing as can be. Okay, so it is very, very dark brown. People tend to say black, but you know it's not actually black, with a tan, sort of tan head on it, kind of frothy. And of course through the light we're not going to get anything at all. The body's way too heavy, it's much too dark. The aroma. It's got some nice roastiness. Kind of medium dark chocolate. Something like rich, sweet fruit, like cherries maybe. You can tell this is a young beer. It hasn't developed a lot of complexity in the nose. Chocolate, maybe something sweet and dark reddish, something lightly burnt. All right, flavor. Wow. Okay, the roast is clearly there. It develops into a mild chocolatey note. The fruitiness that I get from the aroma is not apparent in the taste. It's slightly warming. It does have some bitterness, but nothing extreme. Kind of tingling on the tongue, and I assume that's the alcohol, not anything else. Maybe some in the hops, but yeah, I think either this is not quite up to snuff, or it probably could be aged for a while. I'm not sure how it would develop here. It's very pleasant, not complex. I won't say it's one-dimensional, maybe two-dimensional. It does have the dark fruitiness, the dark chocolate element, but so mild. Flavors don't develop in any direction whatsoever. The chocolate is there, the hops are there, and it kind of fades out a bit. Very light tracks. Small kind of coating on the tongue, but that's basically about it. Okay, so this is the last again of the Ise Kadoya beers we'll look at for a while. It's called Ise Kadoya Imperial Stout, 10%, 45 international bittering units. Give it a go. Take a look at their website, and you can find a lot of different beers. They are a very busy brewery, and they put out lots of new things all the time. It's kind of hard to keep up with them. I think I said before, a friend of mine who has rated more Japanese beers, craft beers, than anybody I know. The top brewery, not in terms of quality, but in terms of numbers of beers, is Ise Kadoya for him. They put out lots and lots of different things, and you can try many of them if you go online. If you live in Japan, go online, check out their website, and see what they do. Okay. Well, that's it for a while. We're going to be moving on to a variety of other beers in the next few videos. I hope you tune in for that, and please do subscribe to the channel. I'd like to hear from you if you have a comment to make, and I will reply. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.